Hello viewers, welcome back. In this video we are going to see about the lambda function or anonymous function in Python and its usage with the higher order functions like map, filter and reduce functions. So let's see what is the lambda function. The function without a name is called lambda function and it is also called as anonymous function. It can have any number of arguments but only a single expression is allowed in the lambda function and statements are not allowed. The lambda functions are used when we need a function for a short period of time, particularly in higher order functions like map, filter and reduce. So for these functions, a function is passed as an argument. In that case, we can make use of lambda function rather than the normal functions. The syntax for lambda function is the lambda keyword, argument list, you can have one or more than one arguments, colon expression. So let's see a simple example for this lambda function. Okay, we can find out a simple interest. I'm just storing this lambda function in a variable called si. I am passing three arguments here. I have three arguments p, n, r, colon and then the expression. The formula is p star n star r slash 100. That's it. That is about lambda function. Now we have to call this function using the stored variable si and you can pass the arguments here. PI 15,000, n can be any number of years and rate of interest 12. So which in turn will give the result. So that's how lambda function works. Now let's see the difference between the normal and anonymous function. In the normal function, we must use the keyword def function name and then pass the argument within parentheses, and you can have one or more statements within the function, and it can have a return statement or you can just have a print statement also. And we have to call the function by using the function name and passing the argument. Whereas in anonymous function, we do not use any function name. You can just create it by using the keyword lambda, then the argument and then the expression. You can store it in a variable and you can call the function by using that variable and passing the argument within it. So that's the difference between normal and anonymous function. We can call the function using two ways. The first way is by surrounding the function and its argument with the parenthesis. So this type is called immediately invoked function expression. So in this case, we are surrounding it with parentheses. So I am starting with a parenthesis. Maybe I want to find out the cube of a number. Okay, argument list and then the expression. Now I can directly invoke the function by passing the argument, actual argument here in this syntax. So this in turn will return the cube of the number 5. So you can pass the argument as such. So this is one way of calling the function, also called as immediately invoked function expression. The second way is what we have seen earlier. It can be assigned to a variable and then invoked by passing the argument. These are the two ways. Apart from this, we can have multi-argument functions. They are expressed in lambda by just separating them with commas. Okay, now here I have given a simple example for passing two strings, lambda first comma last, and the expression is we are just printing welcome, and I have used this format method, first dot title and last dot title. This title method will in turn convert the first character to the uppercase. So this is the result we obtained for this expression. Then this lambda function can also be used with the conditional expression, also called as ternary operator. So we cannot use if-else statement in lambda function, but conditional expression is allowed. So in that conditional expression, we write everything in a single line. So we'll see an example for that. So in order to find out whether a number is odd or even, I have a function f equal to then lambda x colon. Now I am writing the conditional expression. So conditional expression, first condition is x is even. If the condition is true, I am printing x is even. Then if condition x mod 2 equal to 0, else part x is odd. Fine. Now I can just pass any value. So it returns x is even. In case I can give, which in turn will return x is odd. So this is the conditional expression or ternary operator. Lambda can also be used with list comprehension. So this is also a single line expression. You can traverse a list using this list comprehension. Another function, x. Okay, the list comprehension s dot after x. Okay, now I can pass the argument here. This is going to convert, this upper function is going to convert all the characters to uppercase, and the result will be like this. So this is about list comprehension used with lambda function. Next, the arguments. So Python lambda expressions also support all possible ways of passing arguments similar to the normal functions. So in the first case, it's going to be like positional arguments. X, Y, Z, the position arguments are 1, 2, 3. And the second example is the default argument. Z's value is by default 5. So even though if you don't pass the third argument here, by default it will take Z's value as 5. And this example is the keyword argument. Y equal to 10 is given, so it means keyword argument. And the next example is variable number of arguments. For variable number of arguments, we use asterisk args. So it means that I can pass any number of arguments here. There is no limit. And in this case, I am writing a built-in function sorted of arguments, which in turn will sort all the arguments and will give a list of sorted arguments. So there is another type of variable number of arguments called as keyword arguments. In this case, the arguments are stored in the form of dictionary. So key and value. So in this case, we are going to apply this max function to keyword arguments dot values. So the values are 10, 20 and 30. The maximum value among all these things is 30. So 30 will be the answer. Now let's see how this lambda function works with the higher order functions. The first higher order function is map function. So this map function applies a given function to each and every element of the sequence. The sequence can be list, tuple or set or anything. It can be a range of elements also, and it returns a list of the results. Syntax is map. We are passing the function as the first argument and then the sequence. So function and sequence are the parameters. First let me define a sequence. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now I have the lambda function. I just want to find out the square of all those numbers. A simple thing. I'm using map function here. Map lambda, the first argument, comma sequence. Okay. In order to view the result, you can pass list of f. So which in turn will give the square of all the elements present in the sequence. Okay. The next category is filter function. So as the name says, it is going to take a sequence and apply a function and filter based on the condition given in the function. This will be checked for each element in the sequence to be true or not. The syntax is filter function comma sequence. So this will return a list of elements from the sequence being filtered based on the function. So we'll see this with an example. I can make use of the same sequence. I'm just going to filter maybe the odd numbers from the sequence. Filter lambda x colon x mod 2 equal to 1. That is the condition for odd numbers, comma sequence. I have to pass list of. So this will filter only the odd numbers from the sequence. This is how filter works. So check for this condition. Whichever is true in the sequence, which will be returned as the answer 1, comma 3, comma 5, comma 7. And the last category is reduce function. As the name implies, it is going to reduce a sequence to a single value, which is different from map and filter function. Map and filter function will return a list of values, whereas reduce function is going to return only a single value based on the function. Okay, it takes 2 arguments. In Python 3, we have to include from functools import reduce and call the reduce function by using the 2 arguments function, comma sequence, which in turn will return only a single value. We'll see how this works. First, let me use from functools import reduce. The function name will be fact reduce. I have a lambda function. Now what I am going to do is I am going to pass 2 arguments and I am going to multiply x star 1. Okay, comma, and then we will pass the function sequence. So what this exactly will do, it will take the sequence, all the elements in the sequence, starting from the first 2 numbers. 1 and 2 will be multiplied. The result will be taken and multiplied with the third number. This result again will be taken and multiplied with the fourth number, and it goes on till it reaches the end of the number. It means that all these numbers are multiplied together, which is equivalent to finding the factorial of 7. So this in turn will give the factorial of 7. So if I just give fact, it is nothing but the factorial of 7. You can try it with some other example. I can pass range of 1, comma 6. This will give the values will be from 1 to 5. It means the factorial of 5. So now fact value will return factorial of 5. So in that way it reduces the sequence to a single value. Okay, that's how all these higher order functions work with lambda, and that is the main usage of lambda function. For a short period of time you can make use of this lambda function. Thanks for watching.